I wanted to ask you, man. There's about 60 countries voting this year.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, man?
Yo, democracy is a tricky concept for me. It's a tricky concept because I think it has its merits, but I think we need to find a better way of getting to objectives using democracy. And I think that's the questions that we need to have as South Africans, as young South Africans. Because if you say to me that the constitution of the country that says that one person, one vote, and your vote matters, etc., is a thing, we should start to find that there are objectives that are met relative to the Constitution. And if we feel that majority of the people don't feel that the Constitution works for them, we should have another sit down about this Constitution and have another chat.
No, what I'm asking is based on...
But it leads to that question of voting.
It's based on the same people that are running the world, right? With so many countries voting in the same year, you know they have a piece of pie in each country. Sure. How does that affect them? Like, will they still remain control? Or like, what would they do to make sure they are still in control?
So I would think that democracy is the prevailing system that underpins our existence currently.
Fucking hell, translate that soul. Yeah,
no, it's the foundation, man.
Foundation.
It's the foundation of...
More build the stairs.
It's the foundation.
I've had too many shillers, man. What did he say?
It's the foundation. You're just sitting in there, Banula-esque political demeanor. It's a foundation of our society. Democracy, man.
It underpins our laws, regulations, and how we interact, right? It's the rights that underpin who you are as a human, the right to life, the right to etc. And it exists in a lot of countries. But
so that's how they keep control.
So, we don't have enough time. I would basically say in a nutshell that the current form for South Africa, and I speak only for South Africa.
Sure.
Our current constitutional underpinning is being lauded by a grouping of people it's being lauded by the class of 76.
Okay.
Basically. They think it's great. They think it's amazing. I, right, as the class of 05, right, I'm saying, I think there's a few things that, relative to the world and how the world is shaping up and how it's moving, we should have a discussion as a country. Yeah. We should have some referendums, right, to say, how do we fix certain things, right? How do we enshrine in our constitution that our parliamentarians and our executive branch and our civil servants must have performance appraisals that we all know about. It should be put in the constitution, right? So there's a couple of things that we need to have a discussion about as a country to say.
You live in a fantasy, dog. That shit ain't gonna happen.
No, but it was a fantasy that Palestine would have someone speak up for them at the highest court. It was a fantasy before the 29th of December when we put in our application. So changing the world is not...
Fair point.
Is not like... Remember, everyone gets set in their ways, my brother. Until somebody says,
discussions are starting.
That's it. To have that point of discussion. So I'm saying, from our perspective, it's a consequential election that we've got.
Yeah.
But I have belief and faith in this country that it will be stable.
What's your feeling, man? It's a big year for us, eh?
Oh, bro. I think we must. There's going to be a lot of deal making.
Nah.
There's going to be a lot of deal making.
Do you think MK party's here to stay?
No.
Oh.
It's to destabilize.
No. I don't think it creates more of a fractious environment in KZN as a start. I don't know to what end yet, because I don't like to always make like determinations on how things will play out. I like to see them play out, and then we have, because strategically it's late in the game. The custodian, I would say the emeritus custodian, Jay-Z, he can't go back into being president.
Yeah.
So who's actually running the thing? It's all a ruse.
I heard them say Tutuzani. Yeah, and people were starting to support it within KZN. And when someone said that, or there were murmurs of that, people were like, "What the fuck is this? What does he know about politics?"
So it's I think it's not consequential at the moment, but I think it's also, we have to understand, South Africa, that in order for us to change this country, right, as young people, we have to get in the game and play.
Bro, it's so profound that you say that. I realized that today, because I'll put my hand up as one of the people growing up, never really cared about politics, always heard the whole saying, the power is in you, the power is in you, whatever, ANC wins, whatever. But having done the podcast and spoken to a lot of politicians and gained some more knowledge and whatever, I realized, we actually have power to change, bro.
Oh,
In the country,
yeah, bro.
Like literally, it's not just the saying. Like literally, we have the power.
And it's so discouraging to see so many young people are not registered to vote.
I
When
checked the
issues
numbers.
affect them directly mostly.
I checked the numbers, ne?
Yeah.
If you check, you can correct me if I'm wrong, right? Fact checkers here, ne? 22 million people registered to vote last year.
Yeah.
Only 11 million voted for ANC.